Father, we thank you for today. Thank you for your message. Thank you for bringing us together as we start, Holy Spirit. I ask and pray your presence start with us. Grant us wisdom, understanding in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen. Okay. Um, I think seeing you makes me know that you are still there. So I wouldn't know if you could still keep your videos if possible. I hope you don't have issues with your laptop again. You can see what I'm writing, isn't it? Sorry?
Yes, I can.
Okay, okay. I think that's better now. All right. Now, what I gave you then, we'll still continue with logarithm. Um, I gave you the question of log 10, log x. Okay, log x squared plus 4. I think that was base. What base was it? Uh, that should be base 10. Okay, that's a natural base. Is equal to 2 plus 2 plus log 10 log x base 10, sorry, minus log 20 base 10. Okay, now this is a cool question. It's a very cool one. Now, the first thing you have to do here is to rearrange the question. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Okay, the first thing is to rearrange the question. And how can I rearrange this question? Is I bring all these parts, I bring it inside. Yeah, that becomes log base 10 x squared plus 4 minus log 10 x plus log 20 is 10 and is equal to 2. Do you understand what I did there?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, if we have this, what does this mean? This means I can factorize by.
So why didn't you just make it
Why don't I just make it what?
2 log 10
Into like what?
the 2 plus log x base 10? Why didn't you just make x base
What?
10?
Sorry, I didn't get that. What did you say? Hello?
Why didn't you just make it 2 log? Why didn't you just make it
Okay, I think I get what you're saying now. I should make it 2 log 10, sorry, log x base 10, right? Um,
yes for that part?
that's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. Um that's only if 2 has a log. That's if 2 has log attached to it. but there's no logarithm attached to 2. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So from here, okay. I was actually waiting for you to. Can you remove that too?
Fine, but it's not going.
It's not going. Okay, don't worry. I'll remove it from my end. All right. Now from here, I can if we factorize all this, um, I guess this should be giving us something like x squared plus 4, right? Times 20 over x, right? Is equal to 2,
Yes,
right? Do you believe that? Hello, are you there?
yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if we agree to that,
Yes, sir.
that means we have this as log 10. Then this is 20 x squared plus 20 times 4 is 80, right? Divided by x is equal to 2. Now, remember our rules of logarithm. That's the first thing I ever told you about in logarithm. If you could remember, when you have something like this, it's the same thing as 20 x squared plus 80 divided by x is equal to 10 raised to power 2, right? Do you agree with that? Hello? Is somebody there? Oh, where are you? Please, can you put on
Yes,
your
sir.
video? Can you put on your video, please? I am actually losing track of you being with me here. Can you use your video, please? Hello? Oh, can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Let's continue. Now, but do you understand why this is 10 raised to power 2? Do you understand why it's 10 raised to power 2? Oh,
Yes, sir.
hello? Hey, if you can, okay, this is giving us 100x. Now from here, um, I would have to really, okay. Now from here, we should have 20. Now rearranging this should be 20x squared minus 100x, okay, plus 80 equals to 0. Now, okay, we have something like this. 20x squared minus 100x plus 80 is equals to 0. Now we can actually divide both sides by 20. Dividing both sides by 20, we'll be having x squared minus 100 divided by 20 is 5x plus 80 divided by 20 should give us 4, and that is equal to 0. Okay, now that you're back, please go through this thing. I hope you understand what I'm doing here. I hope they're not looking strange. If you can hear me, please, I need your thoughts on this. All right. If hello. Okay. Now, if,
Yes, yes, I understand.
okay, you understand what's happening now. From here, we have by
I
factorization.
don't lie.
By factorization, we should have x minus 1, and we should have x minus 4, okay, equal to 0. And that should give us x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 4. So that's our answer. All right. Now, this is, I believe, see, what we do here is basically understanding the concept of, I would say, the concept of applying the laws and the rules of logarithm. Basically, if we understand them, we should be able to, we can solve any question as regarding anything that has to do with the laws of logarithm. So I believe you've written this out. Okay, I
No,
believe
sir, I'm not done.
you said.
I'm not done.
Okay, okay. All right. So um, the next one has to do with, I think basically I would explain it and expect you to finish it up. Um, are you done writing?
Just give me a second.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if I got everything right.
Okay. Okay. The next thing we'll be doing now is change of base of logarithm. And as you can see here, to change the base of a logarithm, we follow these procedures below. Now, let's log x base a is equals to y, and let log x base b is equals to. Now, if log x base a is equals to y, then x is equals to a raised to power y. We know that this is a basic foundation we have done. Really, our plan is actually to change this base a to a different base b. Now, this is actually the rule we follow in changing the base, that we agree that we want to use another base, and that base must be common. It can be c, it can be d, but for this case, I have decided to use b. So now this becomes, to change the base now, the rule of logarithm in changing this base is that log x base a is equals to, I'm changing to the base, that's b. Now that becomes log x is b divided by log a is b. So it's more or less like I'm doing a division. The rule is, have a different base in mind that you want to change into. Now it becomes like divided by log x with that base divided by log a with that same base. Now we're going to apply this to some of the examples we'll be doing. And one of the example is change the base of the logarithm to base 10. Okay, change the base of the logarithm to base 10. And the first one is log 81 base 3. Now, how do we do this now? Just remember, the standing base we are changing into is base 10. Now, how do we do this? This is log, it's going to be log 10, sorry, log 81 base 10 divided by log 3 base 10. It's okay. So we understand to that extent. Now, what's the next thing we do? We can now simplify this with the other logs. Now, this is what we'll do. Remember, we are having a base of, that's a base of 10. 81 is the same thing as 3 raised to the power of 4. And this is log 3 is 10. Remember, our rule of log, when we have this kind of values, is the same thing as 4 log 3 base 10 divided by log 3 base 10. Okay, now this is what happened. This cancels this, and what is our answer? Our answer is 4. So we have just used the change of this to solve this. Remember, there are other ways to solve this also. There are other ways to solve this. If you want to solve this, is you can equate this to x, and then it's the same thing as 3. This is the same thing as 3 raised to the power of x is equal to 81. Okay, 3 raised to the power of x is equal to 3 raised to the power of 4. Now, 3 cancel 3, you still have an answer as 4. So we could actually use the change of base to solve this equation, sorry, to solve this example, or we could use the other value to solve it, but they were specific about using um about using log, that's using change of base in base 10. Now, I would also give you this. I will need you sometimes, you might need to pause. If you'll be watching this again, you might need to pause the video so you can answer some of the questions yourself. See how you can try that yourself. That's log 125 base 5. Now you can decide to pause it and try it yourself. So that becomes, to do that again, we do, remember it's base 10, we are changing them to. So this is 125 over log 5 is 10. Okay, now this is, remember 125 is the same thing as 5 raised to the power of 3. Okay, so 5 raised to the power of 3, that would be 3 log 5 base 10 divided by log log 5 base 10. Now this cancels this. Now answer is 3. Okay, so we've been able to establish this fact on change of base. Change of base. Very, very instructive change of base. Now we've been able to do this with numbers. Let's see how can we try this with letters, with alphabet. Now that's a big thing. Log, okay, okay, log c, log x base c. Let's see this. This is another example. Log x base c, log s base c. Now this is the same thing as, remember we're using base 10. That was the equation. So this is log x uh, over log 10 log c base 10. It's easy as that. Okay. So we see that this is quite easy for us to work on. Now, I will need you to, as part of my work for you today, the next time we'll be doing this, we'll be looking at um, we're looking at other form of ways to solve this. But let's do. I need you to work on this easy peasy question. Log b base a. Okay, let's write that. Log b base a multiplied by log a base b, log a base b is equal to 1. That's, you should show that log b base a times log a base b is equal to 1. Okay, that should be easy for you to do. Now, I would also need you to have your 4-figure table for our next class, because the 4-figure table, we'll be using this to solve questions. That's use of tables that are greater than 1 and less than 1 to solve questions. To solve questions, use of tables that are greater than 1 and less than one to solve questions. So please, before the next class, make sure you before the next class, make sure you have your four-figure table ready. Make sure you have your four-figure table ready so that you can actually solve some questions. Okay, and your assignments, I'm going to be sharing your assignments with you now. Your assignments would be, let's see, I'm going to be sharing this with you. Now, I believe you can see my screen. Your assignment is this. Okay, doing away with the answers. That's with the objective. I need you to solve. Okay, now take um, number two as your assignment, number three as your assignment, number this particular one as your assignment, and okay, I think that's all. So remember that the first one I gave you that you should show. That's number one. Number two is number two. Then number three is number three, and this number one is your number four. So use this as your assignment. All right. Thank you very much. I wish, hope you have a wonderful time. Have a wonderful time. Have a blessed rest. Bye for now.